right now, as you're watching this, millions of women are scrolling through an endless feed of pastel-colored vitamins, convinced they are one gummy away from perfect health. But behind the aesthetic packaging, a massive medical revolt is quietly taking place. Bro, honestly, when you really step back and look at the wellness industry right now, it is terrifying. We are so used to the Kardashians selling us makeup and waist trainers, right? If a lip gloss is bad, whatever, it's sticky. But right now, we are watching a celebrity with zero medical background try to rebrand human biology as a flaw that can be fixed with a $30 bottle of candy. And the actual doctors, they are furious. And that's exactly what makes this controversy so volatile. Because this isn't a fight over a bad outfit or a Photoshop fail. This is a battle over science, bodily autonomy, and a product that medical experts are openly labeling as predatory snake oil. And that right there is the scariest part of this whole 2026 Lemme scandal. Usually, when a brand gets canceled, it's for a bad tweet or a messy campaign. But this is real. Certified gynecologists and scientists coming out and screaming, "Please do not eat this, it is literal nonsense." It's crazy to me that they are fighting a war over women's actual internal organs, but marketing it like a new flavor of Skittles. At the center of it are two completely different realities. Kourtney Kardashian, a woman who has spent the last few years curating an aura of pure, organic, enlightened wellness, and the medical community who are watching decades of science be overwritten by a celebrity's marketing team. Seriously, look at this split screen. It is peak internet dystopia. On the left, you've got Kourtney looking like an earth goddess who only breathes purified air and drinks water blessed by monks. On the right, you have an actual doctor who went to school for 12 years, having to go on TikTok to explain why a gummy bear cannot change the pMH of your reproductive system. Kourtney didn't read the medical textbooks. She just showed up with a cute font and started selling, and it is throwing the entire medical communication field into a total panic. LMAO, I can't even imagine the headache for these doctors right now. And caught in the middle are the consumers, young women scrolling in real time, being shaped by an industry that profits off creating new insecurities. Like just think about being a 16-year-old girl right now. You're already insecure about everything. Now you open Instagram and a billionaire is basically telling you that your body is naturally wrong, but don't worry, she has a pineapple-flavored gummy that will fix it. That is a massive psychological mind game. It's literally inventing a problem just to sell you the cure. And once you start reading the labels, the ingredient lists, and the fine print, it stops looking like health. It starts looking like a calculated, predatory monetization of the female body. And I really believe that. This isn't just about taking your vitamins. This is about exploitation. The Lemme empire relies on women feeling like they are fundamentally dirty or unbalanced. If these doctors make the public realize that their bodies are actually self-cleaning, miraculous systems that don't need a celebrity gummy, that entirely ruins Kourtney's cash cow. Before we get into Act 1, we want to thank you for supporting us. We're almost at 500,000 subs, and it'd mean so much to me if you could support the channel by leaving a like and a sub to keep this channel going. Anyways, back to the video. To understand why this product caused such an explosive backlash in 2026, you have to understand the specific brand of trust that Kourtney Kardashian built over the years. Because what she created wasn't just a supplement line, it was an identity. A literal, heavily filtered cult of wellness. It's wild to think about, right? She took the "I'm the most interesting to look at" reality star persona and totally flipped it into this holistic, organic, better than you wellness gurus. You do not achieve that by accident. You achieve that by convincing millions of people that you know a secret to health that they don't. Every single avocado toast she posted was building to this moment. Through reality television and her lifestyle brand Poosh, she didn't just show her diet. She positioned herself as the ultimate authority on clean living, turning her personal choices into a standard her audience felt pressured to meet. And over time, that perceived authority expanded beyond blogs and articles into something much more lucrative, ingestible products. Like seriously, I used to watch the show, and Kourtney was always the one policing what everyone else ate. She was the health copped. So when she launched Lemme, people instantly trusted it. Kourtney wouldn't put junk in her body, so these must be vitamins, but capitalizing on deep-rooted female anxieties. Yeah, and that's the dark side of it. Are they actually trying to help women? Or are they just looking at a whiteboard in a corporate office saying, what insecurity haven't we monetized yet? It's a crazy amount of audacity to sell a sugary candy as a medical solution. And Kourtney had that whole market cornered until the actual doctors logged on. And then that entire carefully constructed wellness illusion gets disrupted by the medical community. Professionals who don't care about aesthetics and don't play by PR rules. Bro, the doctors on TikTok are the ultimate wildcards. When this specific gummy dropped, every single OB-GYN on the internet was like, absolutely not. They didn't care about PR packages. They didn't care about Kourtney's aesthetic. They just looked at the ingredient list and absolutely torched it. And in a world where the Kardashians usually dictate the narrative, having Ivy League educated doctors publicly call your product a scam, that is a massive disruption. Their presence introduces something that didn't exist in the Lemme boardroom, peer-reviewed facts. And when you combine that with an internet audience that is increasingly exhausted by celebrity cash grabs, the backlash becomes impossible to contain. It's like combining a lit match with gasoline. People are tired of being sold things. Even the most hardcore Kardashian fans were side-eyeing this one. So you've got actual gynecologists making stitched videos saying, your body is a self-cleaning oven. It does not need a pineapple gummy from a reality star. They didn't sugarcoat it. They just brought the cold, hard science to the timeline, and the product's credibility completely collapsed. Because now, instead of one controlled marketing campaign, there are two completely different narratives fighting for the consumer's trust. One relies on fear-mongering wrapped in a pretty bow. The other is blunt, unfiltered, and deeply scientific. I swear, I was watching this one doctor break down the probiotics in the gummy, and it's just jarring. With Kourtney, it's all good vibes and balancing your aura. With the doctor, it's these specific strains of bacteria literally cannot survive your stomach acid. This is expensive pee. And the craziest part? The audience started listening to the doctors. They didn't blindly defend Kourtney. And I'm gonna be real, this is where the tension hits its peak. Because when science debunks your product, you can't aesthetic your way out of it. And when you lose scientific credibility, you lose the wellness crown. Damn, think about how much that must sting for Kourtney. She built her whole identity on being the smartest, healthiest sister. Now the entire medical field is using her product as a textbook example of snake oil in 2026. LMAO, for someone obsessed with purity. Having your product called toxic misinformation is literal torture, and that's where this stops being a bad product launch and starts becoming a predatory scandal. In 2026, medical debunking doesn't happen in closed clinics. It happens online, where every stitch, every duet, and every reaction video becomes a permanent strike against the brand. We literally watch this medical takedown happen in real time on our For You pages. It's wild. Like, it's not even hidden behind paywalls. It's playing out in viral videos, getting millions of views. On one side, you have a brand desperately trying to control the damage, deleting comments, hiding tags, and pretending everything is fine. On the other, you have a relentless wave of independent creators and professionals who cannot be silenced or bought off. And when the algorithm favors the truth, the brand's protective bubble bursts. Oh, people definitely burst that bubble. Like, seriously, the internet is ruthless when it smells a scam. The minute a gynecologist drops a video explaining that vaginas are supposed to have a scent and that trying to change it with sugar causes infections, Kourtney's team will miraculously post a highly edited giveaway to distract everyone. It's like PR whack-a-mole. People start doing their own research, questioning the ingredients, demanding clinical trials, and suddenly control isn't just about making the product look good, but hiding the fact that it doesn't work. And that right there is the crack in the armor. Kourtney can control the lighting in her promo shoots, but she can't control the FDA guidelines. She can't control the rogue pharmacist on TikTok who breaks down the exact cost of the ingredients and proves she's marking up literal sugar by 800%. People see that and the narrative completely flips. Fans start saying, well, hey, maybe this isn't wellness, maybe this is a scam. And Kourtney's PR team is totally paralyzed. And I think this is the part that really terrifies the Kardashian machine, because once the public realizes the magic pill is fake, you're no longer leading an industry, you're a punchline. Exactly. For the first time in her wellness era, Kourtney is playing defense. She is reacting to scientists. It must drive the whole family insane knowing that some random doctor in Ohio holding a plastic anatomical model holds more trust than their billion-dollar marketing firm. At the core of this entire scandal is a question of ethics. A debate over how low a brand will go to invent a flaw just to sell the solution. This is the part that makes me genuinely mad. Like, let's be real. This isn't about giving women vitamins. This is about creating a complex. It is dangerous to the mental health of an entire generation. You can see the strategy clearly. Take a natural, perfectly normal biological function, label it as dirty or unappealing, and then present a celebrity-endorsed product as the only way to achieve purity. And that kind of messaging leaves a lasting psychological impact. It literally sets women back 50 years. Look at the whole feminine hygiene industry historically. It was built by men telling women their bodies were gross. For a woman who preaches female empowerment to turn around and use those exact same 1950s fear tactics just to sell a gummy? That is dark. It's like she's living a double life, preaching body positivity while quietly profiting off body shame. And honestly, that's unforgivable. Because navigating the world in a female body is already heavily scrutinized, but being told by someone you look up to that your basic biology needs to be fixed by a supplement, that's a level of exploitation most people just won't accept anymore. I genuinely feel for the younger audience. Seriously, being a teenager is hard enough. Now imagine doing that, but you also have targeted ads telling you that you aren't fresh enough, unless you buy Kourtney Kardashian's $30 candy. If a girl buys into it, she wastes her money and damages her natural health. If she ignores it, she still has that seed of doubt planted in her head. But the most revealing part of this entire controversy is how the brand responded. No public apologies, no product recalls, no direct engagement with the medical community. And that silence isn't accidental. It's a calculated legal and PR strategy. Man, silence is the ultimate weapon in corporate America. Next one.